Sorry. Okay. Considering TD sir put so much effort into his roast, I might as well try and help him. So, a month ago, I get a message from Rihanna and Ishayu. 10 days ago, I opened it. For some reason, they were really panicked about some investiture speech or something. Apparently, council is done now. Flag exchange, whatever. So, we make a plan to work in my house on these speeches. As it turns out, Ishayu had already finished his speech 2 months before he was born. Rihan was ready with his head boy speech, so both of us started from scratch. So while brainstorming, Rihan looks at his phone and says, Patni, dude, why does Janani ma'am keep spelling Madhur ma'am's name in Hindi? So I reply saying, Rihan, what council group? So, Are Patni, the one where ma'am's been reminding us to send our speeches for the past week? Rihan, I got nothing. Patni, the one where we planned it fest, council meetings, all important communications for the past year. Yeah. Slight gap in communication. Aditya Patni has not been on the council group for 3 months and discovered 3 days ago. Lisa. But yeah, snap back to reality. I have a speech to write. Lost bandstand, lost investiture, and soon to be grad. Chalo dekh lenge. So I sat down, new Word document ready, speech highlighted in bold, while Riyan, Misra and Ishayu started doing slaters in the background. How hard could be? Yeah, well. Good morning, juniors, parents, teachers, and the batch of 2020. There is so much to say and so little time, too many emotions, yet very few words, a very long journey, and 14 unforgettable years we didn't think would ever end. My teachers, Upasana ma'am, Janani ma'am, Manika ma'am, Madhur ma'am, Manisha ma'am, each of you have shaped me in a different way throughout different courses of my life, and I could not be more grateful. To my council, I think it's safe to say that we overcame every obstacle thrown at us, and I could not be more proud. To the incoming council, you all are capable of amazing things. Harness that potential and cherish your year in school. The number of times I've thought about what I'm going to say standing on this podium is crazy. The night before your speech, you want the perfect finale, the perfect exit, the perfect end to a perfect journey. It doesn't hit you yet, but it's not about how the journey ends. It's the fact that it is ending. Everything you know, everything that is your happy place, from faces that you see every day that slowly fade to memories. Personally, this really scares me. To me, this school is people, my house, my team. A rerunner became a qualifier, a child became a player, a green shirt became a symbol, and a similarity became a family. The last 2 years have been tough, but every win, every loss, every tear have given me more than I could have ever asked for. Shrishthi House, there is absolutely nothing you cannot achieve if you put your mind to it. Zara, I'm so happy I got to share my last year with you, and as Zimer once told me, you don't need a badge, you need the shirt. Aditya, I've seen you work for this house, and I know what this post means to you. I'm sure you're going to be an amazing captain, and Shrishti is truly lucky to have you. Agastya, Noor, Neil, Yash, Shrishti is more than a captain and a vice captain. It's a team, and the amount of passion you guys have for this house is unimaginable. This house really needs you, and I hope you all stand by each other next year. Juniors, it'll be your time soon. I love you guys, and I could not leave the house in safer hands. This one's going to be tough. Himmat. My boys, there's too much love for all of you. It's been an absolutely amazing ride, from Vasu's I Like This Game to Kopi's infamous stands, Kappa, and gaming throughout NWR. We had the best ending we could have ever asked for. I just want to replay our memories over and over again, from the crazy matches to that final hurdle. I really can't believe it's over, and I wish it wasn't. Juniors, you guys are amazing players and make one hell of a team. Keshav and Chet, you guys are practically part of our grade, but I know we're leaving the Sri Ram team in safe hands. Adik, Yathar, Chadda, Valmik, you guys are amazing players and keep killing it. Keshav sir, I know we don't say it enough, but you are a huge reason our team has got where we have today, and we don't give you enough credit for it. The feeling I got during this NWR was perfect closure to an even perfect journey. I couldn't have asked for anything more. While we lived it, it felt like it would never end. But how come it has? And yeah, we've come a long way from where we began. But I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. Football in Shrishti has been an integral part of the person standing in front of you. But I believe it's the people around you who shape who you are. For me, the biggest influence has been those two people sitting right in the front. You wake up, they wake up. You sleep, then they go to sleep. For 17 years. If anyone was to define unconditional love, they should look at both of you. Papa, I know the last few years have been not the best, but thank you for everything you have done. I know you might start crying anytime soon, so yeah, I'm really proud of you. There's this other person as well. 5'2", but somehow manages to kiss you on the cheek by grappling onto your neck after every hug. Becomes a vicious cannibal if a child doesn't eat and sleep. But is still the most lively, jumpy and loving person and my best friend. Mama, I'm so happy you chase me around the house when I don't go for a shower after playing football. Always wake up before I go to school every day, and that's what I'm going to miss the most. I don't know what I would do without you, and it scares me. You've been an amazing mother and you give me so much strength. I don't know how you do it. I'm so lucky to have both of you in my life, and that's all I wanted to say. It all started 14 years ago, with rocks, a lot of sand, and a daunting, slippery red surface. Enters bespectacled Aditya Gupta and weirdly fast Shan Chakravarti. The fast kid will soon become a world-renowned guitarist, and Addy G will continue to brush with Odomos. I'm really thankful to both of you for being part of my journey and being my OG Pokemon buddies. Sahas, Debs, Shobit, Class 3 wouldn't have been the same without Common Keeper, Debs, Pasta and One Touch. 5C brought someone new into my life. This child who was obsessed with Hazard, getting into trouble and making Patni and Pooja Shankar jokes. His specs made him look studious, but underneath was an absolute devil. Himmat Singh Alag. From the Buddy Club to M10, it's been great, man. I think it's safe to say that you bowl a better Bumrah than Bumrah. And I love you and I hope you never change. JJ, Natasha, Viraj, Adir, Rihan, Jaisal, M10 would not have been the same without you guys. Well, like whenever I came, but yeah. Kaul, Tanti, Bugs, Dingy, Satyam, DBR, thank you for having my back and always being there for me these past 2 years. Zora, who taught me you can copy a Hindi oral exam from someone and still get more than them. Brad for teaching me the art of broadcast messages. We've come a long way from class 5. I'm so happy you stopped putting gel in your hair and you've become the world-class defender you have. I love you, man. Angira, I'm sure Karan Johar will channel your inner actor, and I couldn't have asked for a better dance partner. Thanks, Gun, for being the most lively person I know and always being there for me my last few years in school. Wouldn't have been the same without your Tobies and campaign managing. Shri, for someone whose first interaction was a kick in the genitals, I think in comparison our relationship is way more peaceful. I'm really thankful for you and your world-class Hindi and the car rides. Sometimes you come across people in life who are very different from everyone. Miraya, that's you. I know it sounds ironic, Miraya, but please don't ever change. I haven't spoken to you as much as I would like, but I promise you if I see you in a park 10 years from now, I promise I'll say hi. Talking about people who are different, some do not converse normally. I think it's safe to say that Jay Bhargav's most fluent language is emojis. But people, a 6-foot-tall 12th grader with chopsticks for legs, saying ambulance and pizoos, is a kind-hearted boy who will always be my mother's favorite. I love you, Bhargav, and I'm so proud of where you've come. I know for a fact that wherever you are after school, a modeling contract will always be waiting. Okay, moving on from the tall and the scrawny to just the scrawny. Add a little calcium deficiency, a few lost batches, a minor coffee addiction, and an apurvi. You get ahead of activities. There are very few people who break their hand, want to play basketball, end up breaking their leg. He's the only person who will walk into your house saying, dude, tell me your address, I'm going to order food here. In other words, तेरे घर पे खाना नहीं मिलता. Well, I love you, Rihan, because as weak as your bones are, your heart is that much stronger. Aww. This year has been tough. It's tested us at different times, but together we have fought it. Inter-house Rangoli, campaigning in the swimming pool, single-handedly fighting pollution, and surviving Tamalsa's gun. My captains, I don't know how I would have survived without you. Kanai survived because his juniors are too buff. Rookie of the year survived because he has 110% attendance. And Arjun, tu Subrota mein bahut acha khela yaar. We've done our bit, and captains is going to be incredibly tough. And incoming captains is going to be tough at the time, but it's nothing that a few games of psych can't fix. Just don't become competitive like Arjun and it's all good. From laughing together after watching Arjun Khanna's first kiss live to one last teary night in Ahmedabad. No words can describe the emotions I felt with you, Dushyant. Thank you for helping me through football, Shrishthi, because I've shared some of my most memorable moments with you. Crying, laughing, screaming, jumping, we've done it all. Some people might say that the amount you care is your weakness, but to me it's your biggest strength. You're stronger than you know, Dushi. Just always believe in yourself.
I love you, man.
My OG trio. It's been too long and honestly there's too much to say, but thank you for teaching me how to swing in PV and chilling in learning tree with me and giving me invaluable life advice. Ali, I love you as much as you love 10G and we will always be the best Kabir and Aisha. Thanks for the appreciation post and for being my therapist. I love you. Tahi, my A positive, my twin, the only person who understands my absolutely crazy analogies and the only person who is stupid enough to go to preschool with me. Hopefully Cali someday. The thanks is you're my best friend and you always will be. They say you are a combination of the people you spend the most time with. But this doesn't make sense. Because that basically means that Firoz spends an unhealthy amount of time with Charan sir. People might think that our head of sports is absolutely terrifying when they look at him. But what they don't know is the man is petrified of corn. Firoz Sarna has had as many phases from the time he has joined, causing people pain in the most sensitive of areas, to walking in on people bathing, and finally becoming the big, gentle giant we know today. There are some people who have an absolutely pure heart, and you are one of them, Firoz. You'll always be my roommate, I'm gonna miss you so much, and it breaks my heart. Wherever you are, man, I will always be one call away. And Firoz Sarna, I remember the name. There are some people who are scared of corn, but some love to eat what they are scared of. Some people are multi-dimensional, but no one is Airman Jadeja. Some people bowl, some people dunk, some people score, and some people save. And some people do math. But this man does it all. Okay, no. But one thing I know for sure is he will never fail to make you smile. Thanks for telling me I'm your favorite Andy and leaving me messages in shoes. The world has a shortage of airmans, but unfortunately we will never see another airman due to his fear of reproduction and its repercussions. From dealing with Ketar's anime at STFI to consuming my yearly supply of rolls at home, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I think it's time for an Isha. Oh God, Mumbai, please help. Isha? What is an Isha? An Isha is a cracker buddy. An Isha is a convincer guy. An Isha is a Sean. It's as if the theory of a parallel universe exists because we both had the exact same childhood but never shared it with each other. Thanks for doing outs with me, forcing me to do math while I watch you nicely. But in all seriousness, Isha, it's uncanny how similar we are to each other. And this year has made me overly dependent on you. I don't want to believe that there will come a time where I'll be listening to Bully and I'll actually be walking a lonely road. Wherever you are, Isha, you will leave an impact. It may not be making education a right or discovering the supernatural, but I can say this with complete confidence that there will come a time when this world will know the name Ishayu Nath, and they will be damn well grateful they do. Sahil Khanna, the only guy I know who cried when Saina Walia liked him and he liked her, but he was too stressed because he didn't know what to do. The only person who loves NDSC as much as me and drifts into his colony like an absolute gunda. I love you, man, in spite of your continuous violence and sleep talking. Anytime you need me, I will be there no matter what. I've been really lucky. I started senior school with you from the same bus stop on my first day, and I can happily say that now at the end of it, you're still there with me at the end. And Dushka Saluja, what would I do without you? I'm too used to you, it's a habit now. I'm not going to say thank you for dealing with me because I know the amount of food you require, I think it kind of evens out. But I think after all this time, the food is worth a little extra time with my best friend. I know I don't say it enough, but I really cherished it and I hope it never ends. But I guess that's natural. You might be totally, really far 1 year from now, but in my heart, you'll always be just down the road. I can see you, I can't look at you right now. It's complicated, but right now it's fairly simple. You have been my senior school as I would define it. We've been through everything, and it's always easy, even when it's tough. There are some people without which you cannot function properly. Without them, something feels missing. And when you hurt them, it hurts you the most. My story in these walls will not be complete without you, Anya. You make me wonder sometimes if we make moments in our lives, or if the moments in our lives make us. Because Anya Patil, most of my moments with you make me what I am, and I have no words to describe how grateful I am. And then there was one. It only feels right to end on this. The one I took for granted for most of my life during high school is now the one I think I'm going to miss the most. It's really weird that I'm saying all of this right now because we never talk like this. But thank you, Arman. It's been a tough journey. It really has. Gone through it all, man. And I swear I have a brother. No memory can do justice to what we have. No car ride, no call, no trip. I just want to thank you, man, because my life would not have been the same without you. We've been together throughout all of this, and 6 days later, we will end it together. I heard somewhere that we all need a little help sometimes. Someone to help us hear the music in the world. Thank you for being that person. Now, for those of you whose attention I still have, what I really want you to know is I don't have a right to this speech as compared to anyone else in my grade. However, I do not want to thank everyone who has been there for me, but the true purpose of this speech is legacy. The thank yous will not be remembered. My imprints in this school will slowly fade, but I want you to remember this. My legacy, or this council's legacy, is not how we're remembered, but you. Every one of you. No matter the house, the grade, the class. Spend the rest of your years in school living up to your highest potential. Enjoy your time. Be adventurous. Try new things. Take a risk. Broaden your horizons. This time is never coming back. Generic, but true. And if you look at us, we are living proof. But after a point, it can't be helped. Because at some point, you will be where we are. You never truly value something until it's gone. So choose your actions wisely. And when you stand where we are today, you don't want the journey to end, but you know you are content with it and have no regrets. Maybe in some distant future, on the board next to the Audi stairs, my name will be remembered, and that's all I can hope for as a captain, as a son, as a friend, and soon to be alumnus. For the last time, Shri School, my name is Aditya Patni, and I hope to be remembered.
I would now like to invite the outgoing captain of Vasundhara House, Tanay Mathur.